How's it going? Spario here, and today we're going to be talking about Clawdbot slash Moltbot. It is an amazing framework for using LLMs to kind of do pretty much anything. I've been trying to record this style of video on it for quite a while, so we're going to hopefully be able to um, explain everything that this is uh, succinctly and compactly and make an actual good video out of this for real this time. So this is the UI for Clawdbots, which now is called Moltbot. So I'll be referring to it as Moltbot from now on, even though it says Clawbot in the top corner. It's kind of just it's going through a rebrand because Anthropic was like, you can't call it Clawdbot, even though, I mean, yeah, but like, I get it. Um, I would search up the term Clawdbot and get like a bunch of other things anyway, so I kind of like that it has a more unique name. Although Moltbot it doesn't roll off the tongue as much as Clawdbot. Anyway, so I've set mine up to kind of have its own personality, and we're gonna show a little use case of we're gonna add a skill called the last 30 days skill, which is a pretty cool uh, like like skill that kind of looks at the last 30 days and like news and stuff. I'm pretty sure, but I don't know much about it, so I'm gonna actually ask her to come up with a concept stock, which you'll see in this corner here is you can't see my mouse, but in the top right corner you see the second brain powered by Lyra. This is a little app that we created together. Um, so I had her create this app basically and kind of gave like guidance on how to make it and what it does and how it should connect to her system. So these are all like different things that are like saved. Like these are my morning briefs. I'm not going to show them because it's going to show my location in them. And then there's like a little like a status indicator. So she'll, when she's thinking, this will animate and all that. So this has been created today and yesterday. It shows all these different things. But we're going to create a little concept in here, and then I'll show more of this once that's created. So I'm going to send the prompt with the link to the page, and she's going to research it and then kind of write up a little response, or not response, a little concept doc on this. And as you can see, there's a little thinking animation. It's not perfect. I'm planning on refining these. The reason I'm not like worrying about how they kind of look a little goofy right now is I kind of want to draw my own system of emojis rather than using the default emojis kind of thing. Um, so the concept doc has been created. It should set up in my folder in a little bit. Yeah, here it is. So you see last 30 days skills just gets created. We're gonna see what response she gives here, and then we'll look at this and I'll show you it. The reason it's probably loading a little bit is she also has to create a audio. So I finished researching and documenting last 30 days skill. You can find a full breakdown in your second brain under here. The vibe, it's a research that checks Reddit and Twitter. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna click on it, and as you see, she wrote up a whole little documentation about it right here. And I can actually hit this to supposedly listen to it. Hold on, it didn't work. I don't know why it didn't work. Why is it not working? Why is the audio not listening to summary?
This document explores the incredible Last 30 Days skill, a real-time research tool that empowers agents like us to scan Reddit and X for the absolute freshest trends, community-verified techniques, and viral breakthroughs from just the past month.
Okay, so it looks like she fixed some issues too. Anyway, but that's a brief overview of what this system does. I'm going to edit out some of the smaller waiting sections and me troubleshooting. But yeah, basically, this is a smart little system that correlates all of our like concepts. She has journals. These journals are kind of more like her daily journal, like essentially of like what we've done. And these are kind of automatically generated on a schedule with like Cron or whatever you say it is, or however you pronounce that word. I think it's Cron. Oh, Cron makes the most sense, like Chronos, time, you know. So anyway, it's a skill that she has that she can create, like little briefings and the coolest thing to me is that every morning I have my speakers plugged into the machine and she'll read out the morning brief that she generates, which is essentially like it gives me the weather, it gives me like what we got to do today normally. So she has access to that, which should let her check off tasks and like tell me like, oh, what tasks we have in store for today. So like the two tasks that I think are left, let me check on my phone, are literally just to record this showcase and well, I also have to buy melatonin gummies, which I'll do later. But I can essentially, because we're recording this now, I can just be like, oh, we started the work. Well, I have to edit it too, so I'm not going to check off the whole task. But and now I'm going to see, as you'll see here, updating task list. Like now it's just like, it's so cool how the animation looks, in my opinion, like a little bit, like the little brain popping out, like thinking. I might want to make the brain like move a little bit more, but we could definitely tweak that. So now she's checking the tasks, and it's now been checked off my list of tasks to do automatically through chatting, which is so cool. Which I just checked on my phone, and the task is now checked off, which is awesome. Yeah, let's see what she says to that. So yeah, it's pretty cool that I can just kind of interact with all of the things that I use daily with kind of more of a chat interface. But I think what really makes this powerful is the coding capabilities and how it can essentially like use a different AI to code. So you're kind of chaining together different vibe coding tasks. Um, like for example, when she coded the app that you see on the right here, this second brain app, um, part of it used the built-in like AI that I was using because I didn't specify, and she didn't like yet learn to use CLI. I also didn't set her up with the Codex CLI yet because I didn't think to use it. I have credits in there, so that's why I'm using it, and I can just refill it when I need to. Um, yeah, so uh, yeah, so that's pretty cool that she's able to recognize as well, like, oh, what's the next? We have the Lyra showcase clip and editing. So she also sees that we have that on the list in the second brain and refinement, which I already uh, ticked off, but I don't know why she's still referring to that, but whatever. Maybe because I didn't check it off with her specifically, but I think it's pretty cool that I'm able to at least get that context. I think it's a really cool system, Moltbot specifically, and I recommend if you know what you're doing to use it. The one thing I will say is it is very security risk, very scary. It can do anything. Um, it's broken itself multiple times and then used up API costs a little bit, which is kind of scary. This is definitely a very developer tool. I'm gonna be honest. Like, right, everyone's like saying it um, is like this great thing, but normies kind of in a way really don't know what they're doing. Like, yeah, you don't want to use this if you don't know what you're doing because you can completely waste a computer, and that's kind of cool, but also kind of scary. So I'd say definitely use this with caution. Don't just like blast into it and be like, I'm gonna use it to run my entire life. Like, yeah, you can, but you gotta kind of know what you're doing. Um, One thing I will say, this is kind of funny. I'm gonna end it with this. I saw this video breaking down some of the people's use cases, and one use case I saw, I don't remember who it was, but somebody automated chatting to his wife with it, which originally he was like, okay, just automatically text her good night, and then all of a sudden it started having full blown conversations with his wife. I'm like, dude, you got cucked by your AI. Oh yeah, because this thing can communicate via like Telegram or WhatsApp or Discord, which I have it set up as Discord. So whenever I want to like do something with this, I usually just text it via Discord if I'm at home. I like using the web UI because it's clean and it has the new session button and it works very smoothly. It has like a thinking button and like different like things are buttons rather than like commands. But if I want to like quickly tell it like, hey, can you look something up? So instead of going to Gemini to look things up, I'm using this now because it has search. So I use this for all of my LLM purposes now, and it's actually amazing. Anyway, because I could search something, I'd be like, oh, tell me about this thing that's like a tool that I might have heard about while I was on the like out and about, like on the road or like on the road, like in driving. I mean, like in a passenger seat. I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, oh, this looks cool. I could ask her to look it up, install it, and then come back and use it. Like that's the cool, or even just use it while I'm out and about. Like that's the coolest thing to me. Anyway, this is one of the coolest things. I've been obsessing over this recently. So if you like these kind of videos of me yapping and showing off use cases, definitely subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. I'll see you guys in another video. Hopefully one that's hopefully more of this, honestly, because this is a lot of fun to mess with.